Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here with me. I'm going to give you a few minutes to show up. And my intention for today is talk a little bit about the energy, provide some healing, and then at the same time to answer questions from your guides. I know it has been a little bit shadowy. I have been watching and having on the sessions lots of people struggling, so please let me know where you are from, how you are feeling, and then we'll go with the flow. I will do a little bit of light language, and then I think I would love to answer questions. Thank you, Jean, Renette, Debbie, for being here, Alex, Aisha. How are you all guys doing? I'm doing great. I'm excited because I'm going to be on vacation in the middle of March. Thank you, Sarah. Julie. In the middle of March, I'm going into a retreat for a week just before the equinox, and then I haven't decided, but I think I will do a live in the equinox because I always do, and because we're going to start the equinox activations. I haven't added the thank you. I haven't added the event yet, but I think I will do it on the weekend. Yes, thank you. Yes, lots of neck pain, headache, Sarah. Do you want me to tune into that to send you healing? I think so. That was like a yes from your guides. I think you think too much, and that is sorry, I have a fly. And headache comes when we have energy that we are sourcing from source, from the galaxy, from higher consciousness, and it's not being able to be grounded and integrated, so it gets stuck here and then it hurts. And it is stuck because it cannot go through your throat chakra. I think it has related with, or either you are not listening, or you are not speaking, or you are not expressing, whatever that it is right here. That, so ground yourself. I can do, if you want a little bit of light language. Oh yes, Julie, I'm so excited. I can send you light if you want to. Yes. Let me see if... Also, I have a constant pain on the base of the neck. Yes, Jody, I do too. It's because of something that I am working on, that it is related to lives that I had when I was a slave. And it comes out constantly because that life that I'm healing, I'm connected with her and I'm supporting that aspect of me that was a slave. So I am, I think, like a guide for her. So sometimes you are going to have pains that then go away, and it is because it is a greater good that we keep healing them. And I think this is one of your pains, Yodi. It's something related to your Akashic records and your soul family and another life that is connected with. Let me see. That makes sense. Okay, Sarah, I can do a little bit of, I can do healing before we start. Just see the root chakra meditation. Do you guys, hi Danielle, thank you. Do you guys would like me to start with light language? We can do that. And at the same time, please set your intentions. I think we're going to wait a little bit for the light language. Thank you, Brigitte. I was doing French last night. I don't know French in this life, but I know I had lives in the medieval times on French. Actually, I had like redhead. This is one of the lives that is connected to this one, and that I'm healing. It was the first life that I remember. And yesterday, I think I was cleaning those from my cache. So I was traveling, and then I was speaking French. So when you do light language, you don't only speak the language of the light, you actually, when you are connected, you have access to all the languages that your soul knows. That when I woke up, I said, oh, I was speaking in French and understanding, and I don't know in this life. This is something that I am doing. I am traveling, and I'm being conscious about all the things that my soul does, and we all do when we sleep. That's why it's so important for all of us to rest, to ground, to... I was speaking about this in a session. Having energy is like having lots of money in the bank. Energy is equal to abundance or lacking of abundance. So before getting drained, before not having money to spend, and that you need to request a loan, recharge. Do I need to daily make forgiveness practice? Yes, Daniel, look, forgiveness is a hard one because we actually don't need to forgive. We feel the need to forgive because we feel the victim. Someone or something do something to us that we cannot let go, and we're constantly feeling that wound, and the other person is the bad guy. But when we acknowledge that this is an illusion, and this is just like a movie, and that has to have bad guys because it's going to be more fun and our soul is going to grow more, is when actually that pattern goes instantly into the light and don't need to be used anymore. When you are immune to the pain or the wound or whatever happened. So allow yourself to take your time to grieve and feel pain until you are ready to let go. And the best way that I do for myself, thank you, it is, let's say that I am upset with my mom. Let's say that, this is just hypothetically speaking, let's say that my mom did something to me and I feel like, oh, I hate it because she lied to me, she didn't respect me or ignore me or whatever. But then I closed my eye and I said, okay, Gretel, I'm so upset and I'm right to be upset, but what if today is my last day on earth? Would I will go being upset with my mom, or would I let go and I said, okay, mom, don't worry about it, I love you anyway because you give me the life. So it took us a while, and it could be months and years, to get to the point that we are no longer affected. But this is why we are here, not to feel the victim or the one who suffered, but to feel that we are gods and goddesses, and we have this, and it doesn't matter whatever others do. I'm not affected or defined by what the others think I should do or not to do. I hope that makes sense. So forgiveness is a hard one, but it's a pattern that is still aligned with the old energy that I need to allow someone else to be close to me even though it hurt me. But in the new energy, we do understand that people has the right to do whatever they want to do, even if it's a bad thing, because it's their experience. And as long as I am centered into my life and my mastery and my God light, I won't be affected by anyone. But if I'm affected, it's like, oh, well, I'm affected. What I am not taking care of from my side of the creation. Because look, you guys, it's hard to explain, and I hope you guys understand. Thank you, Sarah, but you are all actresses and actors in my movie. I invite all of you and my partner and my kids and my ex and the government and the ones who do the restrictions and the vaccines and the pedophiles. They are all role players into my movie. So my logic and common sense says that if this is my movie and I decided to have a bad government, it must be a good reason why my soul is choosing that. So in that moment, I need to choose to let go and then trust that I'm going to be okay. The world can be failing, but I'm going to be okay because I'm creating this movie, right? My reality, it's my creation, and all of you are the perceptions of what I need for my experience. But I have many more experiences. I am Gretel, I am Maria, I am John, I am Juan, I am a dog, I am a particle of light, I am an angel, I am an evil being, I am an abused being, a mermaid. I am all those kinds of beings. And I am each of you, and I am a participant in your movie. So you guys can love me or hate me, but does not define me. It does define your perception of what you see. That's why we choose to mirror each other. Does that make sense? And then, if I want to change, like for example, my ex. I hated my ex. I dreamed that I would kill him because he was abusive with me and he was controlling and he loved me so much that he was obsessive. And I was like suffocated, right? But that was 6 years ago. Now we're good friends. And I have love for him, not in the way that I want to go back, but in a way that I will care for him and I will help him if I need to. Because I do understand that we do have lives that we are happy together. And we do have lives that we are not. But it does not define the beautiful soul he is or the beautiful soul that I am. Because at one point I felt the victim, and because at one point he was the bad guy. Does that make sense? But in a way, if he has not been the bad guy, I would have not been here. Because thanks to all the things I learned from that experience, I change and I flip the coin and I empower myself. So I need to be grateful because of those bad situations, because it helped me to reshape myself into a better version of me. So I changed the perception. And now we both change because of what happened to us. We both. He totally transformed himself and I totally transformed myself. So it was a good thing that we were messy between each other. Does that make sense? So when I see that, I feel so proud of me because I don't hate my ex anymore. And I feel so proud of me because sometimes we'll still, hey, do you want to have a dinner? Okay, let's do it. So sometimes we do it because in a very polite way, or because someone who share 11 years together, that have kids together, still support each other. Does that make sense? And when that happens and you can sit and have dinner with your abuser, it's because you already healed that pattern and it's no longer coming back, neither for you or one of your descendants. So that is what my experience is for forgiveness. I can have messages from him and I no longer shrink my stomach like, my ex, I hate it. Now I said, oh my God, I actually can feel love, but it's like a different love of the love that I had before. Not a love that is a couple love, but it's a love from someone who share 11 years of your life together. Does that make sense? So I think this is what we are doing. And I wanted to talk about, and I think I can bring the guides. I'm gonna bring the guides. Okay, I'm gonna bring the guides. So let's do a clearing, and then I would like to talk about what I would like to talk. Close your eyes a little bit or have your eyes open. It doesn't matter. I'm going to ask that all what is needed for all of us today, individually and collectively, can come true in whatever way or form can be integrated for the highest good of all. Nisa ki ishta ki ikite, ikiamate ki asokore ki ite ki ishkiana. Ki saki te koi ki iti ishki asa. Ki na ki ako utoku ishkiana. Ya te isi ki ishna. Ninna kuru with the soria ki arashikui da asa ki ite uyati. Please take a deep breath. We greet you. We are honored to be here with you. And we are the collective consciousness of New Earth. And we believe that each of you has forgotten how to be happy again and to relax and enjoy into the feeling and the knowing that the universe supports you at each moment of your life. Let it be. Smile. Let it go. Smile, smile. Because millions of beings of light from your oversoul, your guides, goddesses, angels support each of you into this new alchemy that you are embracing. There is nothing at this moment each of you must do other than let it go. Let it be and vibrate high. The only job that each of you need to do is make sure you always have abundant light, abundant love, abundant joy, abundant calm, or whatever frequency help you to be in alignment with the highest good of yourself and any other. Ni a ti kiarakuita ise iuita sista. You heal others through your own light, not because you are meant to share it or give it away, but because your own alignment can be contagious for any other soul that collide with your own strengthened, vibrant, luminescent auric field. If you feel struggling, stop forcing the old ways. Go back to an organic living, but nothing else is needed beyond what you already have within. Feeling drained? Sleep, recharge, rest. Feeling that you no longer fit where you are? Then move. Be in action. Initiate your light from moving into a different place. Feeling that you change, embrace it. If you feel a little bit low, dark, afraid, restricted, let it be. Honor. It's okay not to be okay, because it is the best frequency for you to recollect aspects of your soul had been lost and could not ever be reconnected into your own light. It's okay to step back and recollect your own shade, so you can again go back and center yourself into the light.
Un momentito.
Now, we would like each of you to ask yourself and notice where you are lacking for love and light. Do you need to recharge your light? If that is a yes, just by being aware, you will instantly refill your light. Do that now. If you cannot sense it, just pretend you see it and command your light to instantly multiply and go back to the point that it can be connected. For some of you, it's going to be the ground. For others, it's going to be celestial realms. For others, it is through the heart. Do that now. Nikitashki iki ase teki iki ana eke iki anate iki ishka suuta iki na. Now, allow yourself to center into the frequency that is going to allow you to expand more. Have awareness. Remember to shift your own frequency, but your intention. It doesn't have to be something complicated. Humans always like to complicate things, so they feel the required is going to be more satisfactory, but it does not have to be. In these times, the change is greater in all aspects. Be kind to your own process and be kind to your brothers and sisters that are also struggling. Be gentle, know what is working out for you and know what is not. Adjust yourself and be aware of what serves you so you can shift and uplift your frequency and vibrate high. We believe that being high is the best action each of you could do to be in alignment. And that can be done by your intention, by breathing, by being in your center, using music, mantras, grounding, relaxation. Each of you choose your ways. And the free will is not about choosing red or blue. It's about choosing to be on the light. This is what free will really means from us. Now we would like each of you to take a deep and gentle breath and ground, knowing all it is done for the highest good of yourself and others. Thank you and we bless you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's good. That's good. Let me see if I can read any of your questions while I give you time for light language. It can be understood by how it makes us feel. And playing roles is what gives us the capacity to evolve and experience more. Sometimes we are so rooted into this reality that it's so hard to understand that it should not be personal. So the best way I do it, once again, it's asking myself, what is now will be my last moment on earth, because nothing is for granted. And that helps me to ground, to clear, and to ease whatever thing I perceive that is a bad thing for myself. And at the same knowing that I'm here to learn to love myself, to be myself, and it's that important. Thank you. Let me see if you guys have any question or any comment, any feeling. I do have few housekeeping items that I wanted to do. We're going to start the Lemurian equinox the 20th of March. I keep having messages about why I do remove the videos about the healings. I remove them because they are going to be part of the course, and I share those for free, but I advised that it was going to be for limited time so I can send the video to be edited. And I'm still working on it. I do appreciate the persons that were with me. For the ones that are interested, you guys can sign up on my website, encodedfrequency.com. It has 50%. Someone asked me about what are those videos going to be like. They are channelings like the one I just did, but each of them, it has like 30 minutes longer, and they are mostly journeys through cellos. We do have different guides. Sometimes I have Jesus, Galactics, Ascended Masters, but in the majority, I think I have Saint Germain and Adama. I never worked with them before. And then we traveled to the Violet Flame Temple, I think the Emerald Green Temple, and different temples. So they are journeys for the ones that have Lemuria within their own Akashic records to remember. In another journeys, you have introduced your own Lemurian self. And at the same time, we're going to be working with 5 master codes that are going to be added into the course for you guys to print it and to visualize while you are working on the course. The codes, let me see if I can show you one. I'm gonna try to move the camera. The codes, oh, my camera is away, sorry. The codes, I'm going to guys give you the instructions for you guys to use it, but I'm going to give you an example. Sorry. Anyway, you guys know me, right? And it's okay. Codes, this time guides gave me the instruction that I'm going to visualize them and then imagine that they flip, and then I'm going to visualize the other code. And we're going to do like that for us to shut the mind and to get connected. So for the ones that decide to be with me, those codes, I'm not going to post them, and I'm going to send them in a PDF for you guys to print it or save it and then meditate with them, because they are going to, these meditations, thank you, are going to have the effect for us to open our third eye. And then after those codes that I give, whatever codes come true are going to be just given to you. Yes, thank you, Gretchen. So we're going to start the 20th, and probably I will do an event. I will post, so I give something for free on the equinox. The equinox are openings that we have for us to source greater light, for us to access something, and there are new gifts that are being activated for all of us, like telepathy, bilocation, smell has been coming a lot in sessions, sheep shape. Some people has been having the capacity to move things, physical things. I haven't heard it done in sessions. Yes, things like that. So don't be surprised that during this year you guys are going to activate a new gift. I heard sometimes, I'm not gifted, I'm not psychic. Yes, we all are, but you need to activate it. It's not activated. It's like if I want to be fit and I pay the membership for a year but I never go. You have to exercise and relearn how to use it for that gift to be more active than before in this reality. Other thing that I wanted to say, thank you, Ori. And I will do 3 or 4 questions about levitation. Yes, levitation too. Like for example, my daughter cannot go to sleep because she feels she started levitating. But levitation, it is not actually levitating with your physical body, but leaving your body and being conscious. It's like a part of astral traveling. That is an excellent question, Gretchen. Yes. So that, especially kids right now, they are so gifted and they can do it all. And sometimes we feel like being behind for all the healing we are doing. Those new kids that are being born, our grandsons and granddaughters and daughters and sons, have a more crystalline DNA. They are more ready, and whatever is going to happen with the vaccines on your timeline, because we're all in different timelines. Remember that I create my reality, and you create your own reality. Vaccines are going to come to be an initiator for a hybridization process, at least in my timeline. So people are going to have different outcomes. Some are going to get more sick, physically more, etc., etc. It depends on whatever each of you sign up. But in my timeline, at the end, are going to come to initiate kids and humans that are more alien alike, kind of like in New Earth. In my New Earth, we morph into half human, half alien, kind of like that, like big foreheads and bigger eyes. This is how we look in my future. But there are many different futures. There are many different arcs of consciousness. We draw history. So what may be happening in mine may not be happening on yours. You guys, oh, the price, I put it on, I think it's $99 with 50% on my website, but if you would like, you can access encodedfrequency.com, and it's called EQUINOX Activations. See if you feel drawn to. It's going to be 10 journeys, no, 12 journeys, yes, 12 journeys, stress challenge journeys, and 5 codes that I'm going to do. But at the same time, whoever feels drawn to what I do and can access the EQUINOX Activations, I do have a membership on YouTube, and for $2.99 you guys can access, I have like more than 50 videos in the library. And for the ones that are in the higher level, that it is $29.99, I'm working on the abundance course, and in the light language course they are going to have access. But the courses that I did last year, I will redo them. So I post them for the ones who have the higher level. That is for $29.99, so that's gonna be added. Can memberships, that is on YouTube, Tara. I have 3 levels: medium, higher, and low. The low level is $2.99, and you guys have access to exclusive videos that are not in public, not in on the page. And the middle ones have a live stream with me, and the higher ones are going to have courses, and at the same time a channel and a code each month. Yes, let me see. Food question. Excellent. I have very small appetite but no weight loss. Okay, Lori, when we gain weight, I don't know how to say it in English, it's because we're constantly transmuting, and it's related to our lower chakras. That's why we wrap ourselves in skin, because we don't know how to integrate the energy around us. It does not feel safe. So skin represents protection. Having no desire for food is going to be something that is going to happen to all of us, because it means you are vibrating lighter. But if you're not grounded enough, you are going to multiply your skin and fat, so you add heaviness and you can ground. Sounds stupid, but those things, the body do them in order to have balance. Like, for example, if you have anxiety, your heartbeat is going to slow down, having low heartbeat, so you can have peace. Our body is like an elemental connected to us, that if we are not in communication, is going to do whatever it takes in order for us to have balance, is what the body is asking for. What can I do with my children who struggle? Let me see if I can read. School and system, homeschool, work with them and trying to. But these children, Gretchen, are your grandkids, right? I think they are your grandkids. Because they are your grandkids, there is nothing you need to do. It's the job of their parents. The only job you need to do is love them and trust and know that they are going to be guided to the best way in a school that is going to serve the greater good for all of them. Even though it is a bad school system, this is what I am perceiving from my own movie that I am creating, remember? But if I know and trust that my soul is in charge, it means that a bad school is going to be for the highest good because I am choosing that. So the best way we can use to transmute things that we perceive bad is use the filter of love. And when we are no immune and no affected, those things are going to actually be transformed, like my ex. Because I no longer hate him, he now actually looks like a good man. I actually have love for him because we have long time together. And I no longer remember or feel affected for the bad things he did to me because I'm immune. Because now love is what I feel when I connect with him. Does that make sense? The best filter we can use to transform things is to use another perception that tell me that it's not a bad thing, but it's a good thing. But for that, we need to go general. Like Abraham Hicks, remember? I don't know if you guys started with her, but she always said, go general, go general, go general. So when you go general, we allow ourselves to acquire source perception. So that's why we understand that bad things ended being a good thing. Let me see if I have another question. Yes, that's actually true. Loss of water, fruits, vegetables, but for some people, it's going to be required to eat meat or heavy food because it grounds you. So whatever gives you balance. If smoking or having a beer grounds you and you allow yourself to have peace, it's going to be required for you to do it. At the energy level, energy don't understand about rules about having higher energy or not. Energy understands to energy and reacts instantly. It's smart and is going to do whatever it takes to keep balance, even if that is stealing someone else's energy, that we normally do it unconsciously. It's not that someone is going to wake up and say, I'm going to steal someone else's energy. Your children, Gretchen, are they, how old they are? Well, try to see if you find a better school system, but sometimes bad systems help us because we don't rely on their support and we allow ourselves to source it from within. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if my English is that advanced. My son is going back home with me. And is that a good thing or not? Ori, are you happy because your son is going back home? Does the guides have a message for you? Yes. Chaos energy, it is a new power, and it is the awareness that you have on the energy that is going to give you the power for you to transform your reality. This is what you guys said, Kira. Let me see. For example, look, let me go back to Gretchen. The whole school system is going to be transformed, and it just started because of COVID. But, how do I say this? I'm gonna ask my guys to help me. Sometimes having bad teachers or bad school is going to initiate parents from building our own school systems, and it is how a new earth is going to be. What I'm seeing, Gretchen, it is that parents are going to be so tired from school and system that they are going to start organizing communities with their higher teachers so they can conscious assess kids, and then kids have a support so they know what they are meant to do since little, not a system that limits their creativity. But that is going to start from us having stop. I don't agree to that. I'm going to create my own system that is going to provide what we need now. But I don't think we are there yet. 7. Homeschool now, but he seems runs off when he's frustrated. It feels like he must be a special kid. Try to see if you can homeschool him. I don't remember what you said at the beginning, but I had lots of problems with my son when my son was 7. Actually, he failed all the teams on school, and I felt so guilty when the teacher told me that he was going to pass just because the teacher was not allowed to make him to have the same year over and over. But what I did I did therapy for a year and a half because I was a mess after the divorce with my ex and so my kids. And I hired someone who was going to give him classes every Saturday. We did that, I think, for almost a year and a half, probably. And next year, after all the changes I did, and actually I started meditation with my kids every night. I was doing meditations, kids meditations with them. And then when my son was in 4th grade, I was congratulated with a teacher because he said my son was like a role model. He did not have very good grades, but he was always very obedient and very diligent with the teacher, so they were happy with him. And for me, it was like, oh my God, that's so good. So sometimes things in order for you to resolve them or for me to resolve them, they need time, but we're going to require ourselves to create a change from us. Because one thing I think we are lacking is we expect the government, the economic system, the health system to provide what we need. And when I am sovereign being, I source all things I want to. I don't need a boss to pay me because I can be my boss and I can create all the things I need, but we're not there yet. So there's a process for all of us to change into that balanced environment that is going to be a new earth for all of us. Yes, Aisha, let me tune into you. Know that you are completely free from creating new shifts from where you are. Allow yourself to make different choices and heal your inner child. Do like an inner child meditation. I'm seeing like kids. I think your inner child needs healing. Yes, that was like a yes. Well, like for example, my brother have 4 advanced kids, and my nephew, he's 16 and he's already studying physics on the university. So all things can happen, but I think that suggestion or what I do is I do try different things until something worked out for me. I never medicated my kid, Gretchen. They told me because he was THAD, something like that, with hyper. I never did it, but probably some kids will need to, but what I did, it was because I was in therapy with him 2 hours every week, and it was a little bit expensive, but thank God back then the universe put everything that I needed in order for me to do therapy. During therapy, I was taught to do certain activities that is going to help him to release the excessive energy he had. And for my son, it was all about legals and construction things. So, but there is some change you need to do in order to provide the SNR in the structure for him to find balance. But another thing that I would like to say is kids, after they are 12, they feed from moms. Every pain, disease, imbalance kids will have represents something that we're also working out. So in the degree that you work on yourself and have balance yourself, you are going to be supporting him because we are their foundation when they're kids. After 12, they start having their own things that they are working out. But when they're kids, mom is responsible, not in a bad way, but it is connected to anything that happened to the kid. Like, for example, because I work a lot and probably I cannot go to sleep, I cannot get sick because I support myself and all things. My daughter gets sick on my behalf. Does that make sense? So when I know my daughter is sick, I know that I need to do some change on myself. Remember that everything else, even kids, is a mirror for my own life. I am the creator, and I invite them to play roles into my own life, but I am the producer, the screenwriter, the actor, the publisher of my own movie. I need to go. Please pause this. Yes, I'm gonna leave it, Sarah. Thank you for being here. For example, if I look into the mirror, and perhaps the mirror it is my school system or my government, and I want my mirror to smile, it cannot smile if I'm not smiling. But if I'm smile, my reflection is going to smile by itself. So remember, everything, yes, that it is reflected, even the things that we don't like, are going to be reflected from within. Of course, we do have collective agreements. Like, for example, who says that 111 means an opening to portal, or 444 angels are with you? Because someone created and we all agree that it was true, then we all Google it, 444 means your angels are with you. But probably in another reality, 444 means go and eat vegetables, or going to the sunlight, or you are an abundant being, or you are connected to the stars. So all those things we seek for granted, like we should eat vegan or meditate or whatever, it's agreements we do have. But those agreements can change if we do desire a different reality, but sometimes it is the reality that serves us the most. Thank you. Aww, that's so beautiful. Everyone is so appreciated. Let me go with one more question. Retirement age. I feel like I should do more my retirement. Lori, let me see. I feel like I should move my retirement. Is there anyone? Okay, close your eyes if you're still here and think. Would you be happy if you retire? There is anyone who can guide me? Yes. I think it will happen when you are ready to move. It's not going to be easy for you, I think, from retiring. It's something like you want, but at the same time, I think you are not ready yet. I hope that makes sense. I have one question. Well, yes. Does my cosmic self have a message for me? Yes. Let me see. Okay, you guys are talking about creation, and they're talking about how create relationships and things, and they say that you have like a vast toolkit within yourself, and that, thank you so much, that you can access that knowledge that you have as a soul, so you start creating things from a different frequency. I hope that makes sense. And then I have another question, I think it was from Karina. Did you answer my question? I don't know. I don't know if I already answered. I don't think so, but I don't remember what was your question, Karina. Can you please do your question again? Ori, take some time often to go back within, and then you could do automatic writing or just sensing how I am, where I was, where I am, and where I want to go. So you access that vast knowledge of your soul, and you guys were talking about creation, creating new things, or the same things but in a different perception. And if Karina, okay. Banja, your twin flame. Oh, I love twin flames. Let me see. Create and initiate the circumstances for you to open more to love and to receive love. And remember that every time you tune into me, I am the most powerful source of love that is going to wrap you and uplift you and share heart with you. Yes. Let me see. I think I have for one more. William, do my guides have anything for me? Yes. Let me see. William. You are a beautiful creator. You are in the now. Remember that when you are present, you are creating your future. You are rewriting your past. And you are aligning into what is waiting for you to connect with, so you can manifest a new reality in the most powerful way. I think what I would like to say, William, it is that remember to be present, because when you are present, you have it all, and you can access all, and you can flow from there. Thank you all for being here with me. Remember, I'm still growing with each of you. Remember that each of you are a representation on my own movie, and I am a role play in your movie. I don't know it all, but from what it comes through me, because I always ask for the highest good of all, you guys who have your message one way or another, that it is encoded into my words, because I think there is a reason why the English is not perfect. And English is not perfect because it's meant for each of you to go within and say, what the hell she would like to say. And it's kind of like if I'm speaking in light language all the time. Always, always, always trust on what you feel, because what you feel, what comes through your intuition and to your gut, it is what it's meant for you to know, beyond what me or whoever else is going to say. And perhaps the message, it is encoded in the 3 or 4 or 5, yes, and I keep learning, the 3 or 4 or 5 words that are being come true. But if you guys were drawn to be here, and the ones that are going to watch this later on, it's because it is something that each of you need to receive. And at the same time, I receive for all of you, even though sometimes I ask myself, oh, I don't know that, right? And then I trust, and then I say, okay, whatever that comes through. When said, my guys have a message, I say, yes, but what message? I don't know, but let it be. So this is what I remind each of you to do. Let it be, because what it is what your soul, it is asking for you to experience, even though, thank you, Lori, I love you too, even though it does not seem perfect, like my English. It's not perfect, but in the way, it is what's meant to be, because we're all learning something. Thank you, Grace. So everything, one way or another, does not happen to me, happen because of me. And I think with this phrase, I would like to synthesize all the things that like for example, I have a fly, and that fly would represent something that it is messing with you, but I don't care, because I'm allowing it to be. Let things to be. If you feel struggle, sad, whatever, and Grace did like a session on me. I think it's the third session that she did to me. Thank you so much. She's an amazing Theta healer, and she's my friend, and is who, when I don't know how to fix myself, I message, can you do a healing on me? Sometimes we need to ask others to assist you because we don't know how to get there, and that's valid. But at the same time, honor your own process, because we will like things fast. Like, I want to be a new earth now. I want my twin flame now. I want to be abundant now. But there is a process for us to get there. Like, for example, if my 13-year-old son would like to drive, yes, he can, because he's tall, but he cannot have a driver license. He cannot afford a car. So there are certain things that are going to come with time. And right now, thank you, Grace. Right now, the collective is going through a lot of change. So making important decisions, for some people, is going to be required, but for others, sometimes we need to wait a little bit, because the collective is finding a new structure, and after the collective settles a little bit, we're going to know where to go from a new perception. That it's lots of things going on. I remember almost all my dreams, and I fell asleep, and then it's like nothing. I swear to you, that is nothing, empty void, and then it is like a bubble of consciousness, and then I enter, and then it is a reality. But aliens are part of the illusion, angels, each of us. The only real, it is us and our connection through unconditional love, through our source, that it is God. We are who we pray for. We are those guys who we request information to seek from. So remember that we can always access through right here. Meditate, contemplate, go outside, have fun, make love, cuddle, whatever that works out for you. And it's fine not to be okay, because sometimes we want to be perfect, and it doesn't matter. It's okay to be where you are, because if I don't feel okay, is what serves me, and at the same time, all of us who share experience with me. So be a little bit kind with yourself, but also with others, because I have been having people in sessions that want things like that. But if you're gonna make a cake, we need to have the ingredients, we need to make the recipe, we need to put it in the oven. If we put the cake before, it may not be cooked, and we have pain in our stomach. So there is lots of things playing around. That's why your intentions, your reality, gets combined with the reality that we all manifest as a collective. And if the collective needs to have a bad school system because it's going to be for the greater good of all, so be it. We're going to have it, and vaccines and all those things. So don't disagree with what it is. It's something that I also said to myself. Don't disagree with what it is. Go with what you have, but always keep seeking what works best for you. Keep trying new things. Vegetables, water, rest, more meditations, learn. Or sometimes when I don't know what to do, I don't do nothing, and then I let it be. I said, God, let go. I'm going to give it to you, and then do whatever you want to do, because I don't know how to fix this. That is fine too. exactly in the twin flame journey, Vanja. Actually, I was doing a session that I put on my website that is called, it's meant for healing sexual energies and kundalini and karma and all that. And then we were having the sessions and guys were speaking about karmic partners, soulmates, and twin flames. So there is lots of things going on, and remember that your twin is going to be a role in your own movie. It's not better or worse have a twin or a soulmate or a karmic partner, because whatever we have is what is serving us. Karina, put your question again because I don't know what it is. And after that, I'm done, I think. Whatever you have is what is working for your group soul. Does that make sense? Sometimes twin is going to come only as a spirit that supports you, and then you're going to have a beautiful soulmate next to you. Or sometimes you are going to be required to have two karmic ones in order for the third one to be the one. So there are lots of things. Maybe you want to have your twin flame, but maybe your twin flame is not there yet. So there is lots of things playing around at the soul level, and whatever that serves that at the soul level is what win in the physical. I hope that makes sense. Let me see if I'm gonna wait for the question of Karina, because I don't know what it is. Please leave your questions and comments. I do read them. Sometimes I just like or put whatever, but I do read them. Do my guides have any message for me if you are drowned? Yes. yes. Let me see. Shahi, I hope I pronounced it correctly. Your guides are talking about judgment and perception that is very quickly done from persons and things that are happening. Try to use a filter of discernment, and the best discernment you can use is love, and don't be that quickly about reading the energy and making your own statement about what do you think is going on, and learn to second read to see if you can confirm what you first received at that first time, or if you have another message encoded underneath the first one. I hope that makes sense. I just didn't want to bother you that much. No, it's okay. I'm waiting for you, Karina. I think I can come up with someone. Let me see. I think like it will serve you a lot, Karina, if you work with your emotions and allow them to find balance, so you can calm the emotions and you can find a better way for you to use them on your highest good. I think you are very sensitive, and I feel like sometimes emotional reactions you have that does not serve you for the highest good. I hope that makes sense. So find a technique or a practice that serves you to work with your emotions. Perfect. Great. Am I on my right path? Yes. Not Coco. What a beautiful name. Yes, you are. With my partner and work-wise. Yes, there is a lacking of trust. Trust in yourself, and know that if you choose that partner and that work, it is because it's working for you. And whatever is not working is going to drop away. The twins share higher self? Yes, that's an excellent question. Look, Banya, twins, there is all kinds of different, I think I will do one day like a twin seminary exploring that. Look, for example, my twin and I, we have one higher self, but we have our own unique higher self that connects. And our soul look without gender. Whenever I tune into him, I instantly am going to see two souls kissing without gender. We are just light. No female, no male, just unconditional love. But in between that, we're going to have all different kinds of teams working together from all lives we have together. The Atlantean one, when we were fairies, when we were in Lyra, in Pleiades, in Lemuria. The shadow ones and the latter ones, because our agreement is to work with all on behalf of all the oversoul. So when I tune into him, I may see a lion, an alien, a dragon, a gigantic man. I maybe see a man with black skin, with light skin, short, tall, old, young, good looking, because it's with whom aspect of him I am connected with and what I'm working something that benefits me and him at the same time. So twin flame, it's not a being that we're meant to be married and have kids. It's a connection you have with a special soul of you that in the majority of the case you split from the same spark of light. And you split because you decide to be the representation of divine masculine, divine feminine, even though you can have two males or two females. I once saw a 5 group of twin souls commingle together. You can have two twins at the same time. I have seen that. And guys say on the channeling is because the husband is not giving what that female requires, so she will manifest a third party that is going to come to give her what he is not sourcing in the marriage, but she could have it all. It's hard to say one thing because lots of things are happening and all different agreements, and twins go in levels, and then you go deep and deep and deep and deep. If the souls is not ready to live together happily ever after, they are not going to meet. Or they are going to meet, but they are not going to be husband and wife, let's say. And sometimes the twin flame shows to be as your guide. I know many people who channel, and I'm not going to say the names, but they channel their twin. And then some people manifested a soulmate. And a soulmate is someone that is not split from your own spark, and not because I'm going to be half, because I'm complete and unique, but it means you have same or a greater percentage of similarities together, even though one can be so extrovert and the other can be introvert, because it means the pattern is reviewed in two sides. I hope that makes sense. But a soulmate, at least what my guy said, it is someone who signed up to be your lover and partner that is from the same oversoul, but not split from your same spark. And when you split, when you fragmented, you are not just two, you have many. You have archangels, angels, aliens, fairies, God, goddesses, different aspects. That's why probably 100 people says, I'm Jesus. Yes, because they all split from the same spark that Jesus split, or Mary Magdalene, or Isis, or whoever. I hope that makes sense. What is my true connection? I see lots of anything to go. Message for me. Let me ask. Okay, what is coming true, it is that, because actually that's an excellent question. Gretchen. Any soulmate in your group can give you a twin flame connection if it's agreed with that is going to benefit for both and beyond. Sometimes with your actually twin is going to be too intense and people choose to have twin-alike relationship. And if someone decides not to have it in the physical anymore because it can be intense, someone else can come and activate a twin flame connection with you. It feels like the one that you have, it is, but actually you could go deeper on what you have, Gretchen. I hope that makes sense. Do you know if my twin flame understand this at the true level? No. Benja, do you have a twin-alike relationship, I think, that shares twin flame connection, but you could have another one that will go deeper into a twin flame connection? I hope that makes sense. You do have, Gretchen, but you could go further in what you have. And the first point to go further on twin flame connection, it's sending love and receiving love all the time and tuning to that powerful, loving, awesome, beautiful source of love that twin flame is. Twin flame, it's from the soul level, it's something you can tune into and instantly in 2 seconds is like, because the other soul instantly hold you into his loving arms and it's unconditional love. Sometimes that connection can be accompanied, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, it could be aligned with a very intense passion, it could be savage love, and it could be sensual and sexual and activate kundalini. Sometimes it's just love, like probably the one that I have with my ex, that we love each other, but we are not sexually into each other anymore. We love each other like brothers that share life together and have 2 kids. Will I meet my twin flame this year? No, Ola, because it's not settled on 3D. It feels like you can activate your twin flame, and I think you already did. I think you already activated your twin flame love connection, but the physical, it's not there yet. The physical, no, but in the degree that you connect at the soul level with the one you already connected, you're going to go beyond, and it can be equally pleasant than the physical, and that is going to help you to attract and prepare for whom may come into your life. Yes. Gabrielle, the stream have a message for me. He said that I love you. Love you, and that sometimes you forgot to connect with him, so do it often. Yes. It's my twin one that I think, yes, is the one you think, but you can upgrade your connection with your twin flame and go into a deeper way, in a more pleasant way. Upgrade contract version with the one that you have now. I do have a meditation for upgrading contracts on my YouTube channel, or look for someone else's meditation so you re-upgrade your I do upgrade with mine constantly. Every month or every time I remember, I do scan my course, change, redirect it, and we're always going into a deeper and deeper and deeper level. Sometimes with twin flames, partnerships, friends, soulmates, you are going to go back a little bit, because each of us has our own unique process, but it's just to recalibrate into a better connection. Let me drink water a little bit. Have let go mine, it was so intense. Yes, Kira, it's intense, but when it finds its own balance, it's so beautiful and uplifted that it's so blessed to have a beautiful partner that loves you equally at all levels. Beyond the intensity, it's a beautiful experience for us to experience, but it's not meant for anyone. Not everyone sign up for twin flame connection. I haven't got twin flame. I have activated. You do. We all have a twin flame, but some people don't have it activated, and you don't have it activated. You don't have agreement in this life yet, but you can activate it if you do a meditation, set your intention, do a course, something. You do have activated. Am I with my twin flame? You do have a twin flame alike. I think, Stephanie, you can activate it, the connection. I think you have like twin flame alike, but with that soulmate you can have a twin flame connection if you upgraded your connection. Yes. Ola, sometimes we're not there yet, and sometimes if we're going to create karma, is that manifests in the physical? Sometimes it's not even in the physical. Yours, it is in the physical, but it's not there yet. Probably next year. Let me see if I have any other question. Look, why a twin flame connection can be intense. It can be intense because you blended your emotions, your thoughts, your souls, your guides, and everything. So sometimes if some of the partners is low, you are going to pull the other down because the connection is bigger than with anyone else at the energy level. That's why sometimes people choose not to have it, because you only can deal with your own than dealing with both beings at the same time equally. But at the same time, it's beautiful when you decide to do it, because it's like a practice for New Earth, at least for me, because I need to understand that he has his own processes, and sometimes he's going to need time, and sometimes I'm going to need time. But when we enjoy together, we always connect into the frequency of love that does not affect anyone but benefit all of us together. Because I would not be able to do all the things I do without his support all the time with me, next to me. Because if I have $5 million equal to energy, and he has another $5 million, because he give his energy to me, I do instantly have $10 million by myself to use to heal, clear, manifest whatever I want to do. So sometimes people assign to have it, and don't look at because it's going to be your husband or partner or lover. Look at because it's someone who give his energy to you so you have more. That's why sometimes just have it at the spiritual level, sometimes just have it temporary, like in a yoga retreat. I met him, it was a happily ever after weekend, and then we got separated because, I don't know, the soulmate thing, it should not be longer. The majority have it for 5D. So when you connect it in dream state, you connect it at a 5D level, so it's always pleasant. But sometimes it's not meant to be in the physical, sometimes it does. It depends on whatever agreement whoever people have, and it's not going to be only one, it could be many. It could be many that comes in different frequencies. At the first time it's going to come as a karmic one, narcissistic, so you learn set boundaries, self-love, and then whoever you heal, whatever you need to heal within yourself, you can manifest it. Someone that it can be pleasant and you can be both work together. The majority of the twins that are meant to work together, sometimes I see them on YouTube, light workers that work together, do healings. I have seen a couple that is 2 females. Sometimes I also see a couple that is 2 males together. The majority, it's, I think, male and female, because we represent the Christ and Mary Magdalene, but it does not have to be, but it does alchemize into divine masculine and divine feminine. So it's not defined on earthly rules that having kids and marry. It is defined on soul rules that love each other unconditionally all the time. And unconditionally is not asking, marry me, meet me next year, but I'm gonna love you no matter what, where you are. Hope that makes sense. So this is the hard part, the unconditionally, because we don't need to set conditions in order for us to love that reflection of us into a masculine form or into a feminine form. Does that make sense? Last vision, yes. So for me, it's a beautiful experience. It has not been easy because I always wanted to set my conditions. So the hard part, it was for me giving up to the condition and just allowed me to love unconditionally. And then at the same time, I do it and we do it because it serves me to do the twin flame drawings that I do, the coachings that I have with you, the sexual healing kundalini practices that I'm doing in sessions, and all those things. So whatever connection he and I have, it serves all of you, including all of the other souls that are in other timelines. So everything that happens ripple lights into many, 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 many planes of existence. I hope that makes sense. And with these, I'm going to close. The ones that feel guided, take 3 seconds and tune into your heart and think on the beautiful twin soul, whatever that it is, and just send love unconditionally, without the condition that meet me now, marry me. Just do it, and that's so instantly send love to you. This is the best way to activate your own contract. My guy said to me, whatever happened next between your twin, they said on the energy, it's like a plus, like an extra. But you already fulfill your own contract because you love each other unconditionally, no matter what. And just that, it is enough for both of you and all the soulmates and all whoever you are contracted with. Does that make sense? So don't condition who you love. Just love because love is beautiful. It is what we are at the essence. And then at the same time, when you love, you're going to receive love one way or another. And at the same time, that is abundance, because love, it is the best currency we can give. Just to close, because it took longer than expected, whoever feels drawn to do the equinox activations with me, we're going to start at 28th of March. 12 journeys into Telos, the temples under Manchester with Lemurians, and I have lots of galactics intertwined on it. Galactics are very noisy into this course and they are in all of those channelings. At the same time, the ones that would like to join me into the YouTube membership, you guys can access to a library of videos for $2.99 monthly that is directed to YouTube. And the ones that are in the higher level, that is cost $29.99, I'm going to give you access by the end of March, of April, to the abundance course, and then to the light language course. So you guys have like extra. For the higher level, it's going to be like 100 videos already. So I think it's a good deal if you guys feel drawn to what I do and what I share. That is another option, so you guys have an affordable toolkit for channelings and videos and meditations to source your own bank. I'm going to be on vacation by the middle of March. I'm going to be on retreat, and it's a beautiful place, very fairy-like, in the mountains in the center of Mexico, hiding from the world. It's awesome. I'm so excited. I'm gonna take my kids with me, and I'm with a group of people. So probably you guys, I'm going to see pictures. Be patient with me if I don't reply faster. I do receive lots of messages for all kind. Sometimes people want me to reply fast. I do have help, thank God. I do have 5 people who assist me, but still, the page is huge. It's 11 and something people, so sometimes it took me like a while. So be patient with me, be kind. Thank you for all your support, the ones who share all the time, comments, the ones who donate to me, the ones who give me stars. Stephanie's a supporter. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. This month, Stephanie, for supporters, I put 0.5% on sessions. I don't know what I will do next time, but if you ever need anything, because you have been always with me for a few months ago as a supporter on the page for Facebook, reach out to me and I will do my best to do something for you. Thank you all for being here. Faye, Lori, Kira, thank you so much.